Good evening, Wizards Nation. So the schedule just dropped. The schedule just dropped. Well, not just dropped. It dropped actually a couple hours ago, but I just came back from work. I had a long day at work, dude. But yeah, man, in this stream, I want to go through the schedule. I'm going to break it down. The actual national games were dropped as well for this season. The official 2025-2026 Wizards season is now here. And I'm going to break it down with you guys, and we're going to chop it up. So yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. All right, let's get to the point, man. I'm over here dicking around. So, yeah, this came out a couple. Sorry, I was at work, dude. It came out 4 hours ago. Let's see here. Boop, boop, boop. Put it over here. So see chat at least. Okay. So we will face to open the season. What the fuck is it? I'm actually reacting to this like immediately. What's up, Paprika? I'm reacting to this like today was busy at work. I couldn't even get some water. We are facing, it was the Bucks, I believe, game 1. Yep. We are facing the Milwaukee Bucks on October 22nd at Milwaukee. That's game 1. That's game 1. We're on the road. I mean, we're playing against the Mavericks game 2. 2 days later, so our first 5 games at Milwaukee, at Dallas. Then the first home game is going to be the 26th of October against the Hornets, which we actually play for. I mean, Actually, I'm going to get to the Hornets later on. Because apparently we have like a little rivalry or whatever the hell. Rivalry with the Hornets. The last team you want to have a rivalry with. The Sixers at home. And then we go to OKC. Let's see here. OKC. Yeah, November. I'm looking for the first West Coast road trip. Can't find it. Like, that's usually what I look for. It's like, all right, when's the West Coast road trip? December. Yeah, it looks like a little bit in December. But yeah, man. First 4 games. I mean, just looking at from the outside looking in. Milwaukee and that, even though Milwaukee's a little bit, they're probably going to be 500 this year. Dallas, I don't know. What's up, Roland? But yeah, man, let's see. I'm trying to think. That's our true rivalry. Wizards versus the world. No. Our true rivalry is Wizards versus Adam Silver. That's the true Wizards versus Adam Silver. And we're going to trump him. We're going to beat Adam Silver in his own game, man. I'm still butthurt over the lottery. But we still got Trey Johnson. I got to move forward with that. But let's see here. Yeah. You beat me to it, Paprika. I was thinking that too. I didn't want to say it out loud, but the first 5 games, yeah, we can beat Charlotte. But other than that, against Philly, assuming they're healthy, OKC, Dallas, at Dallas, might be an L. Milwaukee, out of all the teams besides Charlotte, will be the one that maybe even then, I'm leaning towards L. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I want competitive L's. You know what I mean? I don't want to get blown out. And if it's a dub, it's a dub. If it's up, it's a dub. However that song goes. If it's up, then it's up. No, if it's a dub, it's a dub. It's a dub, it's a dub. It's fine. As long as we keep our pick. So yeah, people are saying, Roland Hall says 2-3 in the first 5 games. I'm leaning towards Paprika, to be honest with you. 1-5, the dub against the Hornets. We're better than the Hornets. I'm sorry. I'm saying that right now. And I know we have some rivalry with the fans of that team. But, I would, oh my God. Even though they have Brandon Miller, I'm sorry. I'm taking our roster and our current roster stance or whatever the assets we have over the Hornets' roster any day of the week. Yes, I'm being biased, but I know people might be thinking, oh, but they have LaMelo Ball. They have Brandon Miller. I'm sorry. But what do they have around them? Nothing. They reached with Saloon a couple years ago, TJ on Saloon. And I'd rather have our GM. Wait, oh, hell yes. That the fact that they took Con Knuppel at 4 over somebody like Trey Johnson, hell yes. Anyways, enough with the Hornets. I'm over here yammering about the Hornets when it's our season schedule release. What's up, Uncle Weez? Oh yeah, basically everyone's predicting these are the first 5 games. Paprika says 1-5. I say 1-5 too, but I'm saying a competitive 1-5. I think we lose the home opener. I mean the opener, the game against the Bucks, the first game. I think we lose. I'm just predicting out loud, but I'm thinking we're gonna lose a competitive one by 5-7 points. I think we're gonna dog the Hornets. I think also with the 76ers we can be competitive with that one, but I think we're gonna lose that one as well. But yeah, I'm thinking 1-5, but I'm competitive 1-5. But anyways, let's go through what the rest of the roster. I mean the rest of the schedule. Yeah, looking at this. We end the season at Cleveland. You know, so like these games right here are going to be critical. These games right here when we're going to be tanking. Look at this. This is actually a beautiful thing right here. Towards the end of the season, end of March, when we definitely will be tanking after the trade deadline, we possibly would have traded CJ McCollum. A 5-game road trip at New York, Utah, Golden State, Portland, Lakers. The Lakers game, I always look for that too. The Lakers game's going to be the end of March. I mean, and then earlier that month, so the month of March, we're going to be on the road, most of it. We're going to have, 6 games at home and the rest on the road. We have a 5-game road trip in March, a 4-game road trip as well. For the tanking out, for the dudes who want to tank, the month of March is going to be critical. And a lot of good teams on the road. Even, Utah, they're not good, but I'd rather play them on the road than at home. Let's see the chat. Give More says, watch Utah still out tank us. Yeah, I can see that too. What if Ace Bailey drops 40 on us? Oh no, what if Trey Johnson drops 50 on them? Do you think we are going to keep the coach after this season? To be honest with you, I would say no, but that's a super early prediction. I think they're going to look for a long-term coach after the season, but I still think it's way too early. Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure that the chat could be more visible. But anyways, this is the Wizards homepage. They also dropped something else. Okay, so key matchups this season. MLK Day, we play against the Clippers. Let's see here. These are the Pacers games, February 19th and 20th. The Lakers come back to town. No, we go to L.A. Look, yeah, it says here we're in L.A. No, but we... Yeah, I agree, Roland. Yeah, definitely. He is the tank coach. Coach Keefe is the tank coach. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a little bit too early, but if I were to bet, it depends on how the season goes. Where's the other... Okay. So, Greg Finberg, the man, the god, dropped this as well. Hold on. Also, Bilal Koulibaly and Sarr are playing today against Spain in the international friendly game at 3 p.m. Actually, no, they already played. I'm above streams that. Oh, no, I can't if it's not live. I've already said this part. We open against the road against the Bucks on October 22nd. This is a much clearer version. The national TV games, we have 2. One at Detroit, Peacock. And the other one again, Milwaukee, here in the nation's capital on Prime. Home opener, like I said, it's October 26th. Jordan Poole returns. This is going to, even though Jordan Poole only played 2 years with us, I'm circling this on my calendar. I want to see how the fans are going to react, how we are going to react when he comes here. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, Leon Fresco. I really appreciate this. Must try to win the NBA Cup games. Don't tank those. Listen, I'm more of just stay competitive in every single game, man. I think we're going to win 12 games this season. If we win 12 games this season, everybody's getting fired. I'm going to get fired from this channel. I mean, that means we will revert back from 18 to 12. I mean, give more 8. Honestly, that more to you. But I don't know if you're joking with that one. But yeah, I mean, if that happens, we'll see though. I'm not laughing at you. I just thought it was funny if we go, because we won 18 games last year, then go back to 12 games. Considering we won 15 games 2 years ago, winning 12 games, and also that would be historically that would be a historic L. But yeah, I to each their own. Exactly, Roland Hall, competitive but lose most games. I don't know about every game, but lose. I want to keep the pick. Again, thank you very much, Leon Fresco. Yeah. I honestly, I said earlier, and actually I'm going to drop an article. Bleacher Report expects us to win 18 games. But let me finish this real quick. Let me ask this in the chat. How do you guys feel about Jordan Poole coming back the January 9th? Prediction, how is going to be the reception for Jordan Poole? If I'm a betting man, I think people are going to, there's going to be an ovation. I think there's going to be not a standing ovation, but people are going to be cheering for him. There's still a lot of Jordan Poole stands in this fan base, and I don't blame them. Honestly, I wouldn't say I'm a stan. I was a fan. You know what I mean? I'm not a stan. I'm not a fan. You know what I mean? But yeah, nobody said yet about Jordan Poole. Yeah, I like Jordan Poole, man. I liked him. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him for the rest of my career. Wait, my career, his career. I think he's gonna have a warm reception when he comes back here. Last year, he really made up a lot. I don't know if he made up entirely too much from the first year, but yeah. I think it was more of a circumstance of the situation with Jordan Poole. But yeah, that game, January 9th. Let's see here. Where is it? At 7 p.m. New Orleans here. That's must watch. That is must watch. Also, Derek Queen's going to be back in town. Maryland kid. I'm going to be rooting for him even though he's not on my team. Anyways, fuck my PC. It's not a dirty bucket stream if I'm not complaining about my PC. What about Kispert? Or Crispert? What about Crispert? Dude, I want them to trade him. I've been saying that. Yeah, man, Kispert's going to play 26. He's been playing 26 minutes per game each since he joined the Wizards. Well, last year he played 26 last year, and the year before that, I believe, 27. I want those minutes to be allocated somewhere else. I want them to be given to Cam Whitmore, Champagny, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, the Hornets Wizards rival. Is it a rivalry? It's not a rivalry. I don't know. I feel like it's more fan base things. Fuck my stream, boy. We play them 4 times. Well, duh. Of course we do. The 26th, the 23rd of December, January 24th, February 22nd. Twitter's going to be acting up on those nights. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's see here. Okay, let's go to this article. Because Bleacher Report dropped this article today. Let's start with Utah. DraftKings said that they have Utah right now having the worst record in the entire NBA next year. They have us as the second projected team, or the second worst team next year. They project us to win 21.5 games. I said I called the over on that. I think it's 24. Now, Bleacher Report dropped this article. They're saying that Utah's going to go 16-66. and that we are going to go 18-64, which means we replicate our season. We win 18 back-to-back. How do y'all feel about that? If we were to go 18 back-to-back, I would feel like, honestly, I wouldn't feel good with that. And this is coming from a guy who, it's me. It's just like, dude, keep the pick at whatever cost. But if we win 18 games, it shows me that some players did not grow in their second year in the league. Unless maybe we were super injury riddled. But, we have to win more than 18 games. They're projecting us to win. Yeah, so honestly, I completely disagree with this. Let's see the reasoning. Their reasoning is, like Utah. Let me zoom in real quick. Y'all can read too. Like Utah, the Wizards figure to spend significant chunks of this season playing with lineups as old as some college team. That's true. They named all our young bucks right here. They're all on rookie deals. Duh, that's what you do on a rebuilding team. And while there's a hint of veteran experience from CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton, both seem like prime trade candidates ahead of February's trade deadline. Add the roster makeup to the fact that Washington will only keep its 2026 pick if it lands in the top 8, and it's safe to expect another dismal record, even if all the young talent makes the Wizards a fun watch. So they're basically banking that we're going to tank so much so that we're not going to improve on our winning record from the year before. Because I've religiously followed this team, and because I'm very bullish on our young bucks, and because I'm bullish on our young bucks, I'm expecting them to have, I'm not going to say a significant leap in year 2 or next year, year 3, but I'm expecting a leap. And with the leap should come at least more competitive games. Right? Roland Hall says 15 wins. Listen, God forbid we have an injury. God forbid we have an injury. You don't want to have an injury to any of our young bucks, because we'd be wasting time, valuable time for them to learn, develop. But, that's another factor that obviously we don't have control of. Nobody has control of. But, yeah, bro, we're bad. We don't even need to actively tank. Just play the young. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We're bad. I mean, we got a lot of young bucks who are learning on the fly, but who have potential, though. So, should have gone hard France and got Nolan Trior and capitalized on the France thing from the best in the North. But anyways, yeah, I'm projecting 23-24 dubs. And I feel like I said in one of the streams earlier, if by any chance we come out swinging, early on in the season and we're playing 500 basketball for a couple of weeks stretch, I think they're going to ship out CJ McCollum like this. Just wait till the Tank Fest after the trade deadline. We're not going to be the only ones. Oh, there's going to be everybody else. Everybody else is going to be tanking. It's going to be a Tank City, Tank Fest, Tankapalooza. It is. But yeah, I'm in the mold. I'm just like, the way the team is currently constructed, it's constructed to be bad, but being bad while learning on the fly. If that makes sense. Just play, just play the young. Like, the only dudes that are going to be in the lineup that are going to be, quote unquote, above the age of 26. It's probably Kispert if he's even in the team, and then McCollum, Middleton, but Middleton, you can't even trust him. I mean, no offense to him, but he's probably going to be injured. He's going to be in and out of the lineups. Maybe even Bagley, but him himself, he's just like Middleton. You know what I mean? He's also very injury prone. The way the roster's constructed, it is to tank. We didn't get a front court mate for Alex Sarr for that reason. I hope the NBA sanctions Utah because of them every bottom going to the tank even more aggressively. Yeah, Utah they didn't. Let's see here. Oh, Gil too. Yeah, Gil, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gil becomes. We'll see on Gil. I do think Bagley's going to be ahead of him. But Bagley's not trustworthy because he's injury prone. Well, we'll see. It all depends. Honestly, and no offense to Chris Middleton. But let me pull up his thing real quick. He was in and out of the lineups for us last year. And he played, I believe, 32 games in total. 37 games last year in total. When Middleton's healthy, he's going to get minutes. He played less than half of the games last year. So, when Middleton is playing, best believe the lineups is going to be all, it's not going to be obviously surrounded about him, but it's going to be shifted because he's healthy. He only played 14 games with us last year. And I kind of expect the same more so this upcoming year with him. Not him playing just 14 games, but him just being in and out of lineups every week next week out, in, out, in, out. And again, it's no offense to him. It's just, it's just how it's been for him since 2021. 33 games 2022, 55 games 2023, 37 games last year. He is 34 years old, and I have the utmost respect for Chris Middleton, but his value comes in his contract. So if we want to absorb a bad contract for Chris Middleton with assets attached to it, that's where his value comes into play. And that will be done at the trade deadline, but that's up to Will Dawkins to make the decision. Let's see here. Yes, is Watkins going to play? First off, is Watkins going to get that standard contract? That's the main thing. Make him get, I'm more into leaning it's going to happen in season. Maybe even with the Vooch. VA Slim, they have depth for sure. So when unfortunate situations happen, it comes in more. Yeah, comes in more young guys opportunities. Yeah, I agree. And the reason why I said that is because I think that's when Gil comes into play as well. I'm not mad at the Gil move. It does take up a roster spot, but Doug Arby, would you wear a cup if you played basketball? Yes. The fuck? Dude, I used to play basketball with freaking Filipinos. If you played basketball, everybody knows in the DMV, Filipinos can ball. I'm sorry. I look Filipino. I'm not Filipino. I wish I was Filipino, but I'm not. But Filipinos can ball. Everyone has withstood the wrath of a Filipino in this chat on the hardwood. Yes or yes? Yes or yes? I'm sorry. I remember I would be playing I would play pickup games a lot growing up. I'm being that honest. I would play a lot of pickup games growing up. I remember I come up with my squad. And I always was the shortest guy in my squad. 5'7", 5'8" on a good day. I would, me and my squad would, game planning. We would see. If I saw a Filipino walking on to the court, I would double lace my shoes. All right, it's go time. Fuck it. No dicking around anymore. I can't. Take 2 puffs of my inhaler. Fuck it. And pray to God I survive. Guarding a Filipino is the worst thing. I would be livid. They freaking Energizer bunnies. I can't. I couldn't stand up with. I couldn't keep up with them. And they're athletic. All of them are athletic as fuck. Hey man, shout out to the Filipinos, man. They can ball. They can ball their asses off, man. And I know damn well each and every single one of y'all know that. There's a lot of Filipinos in the DMV, but dude, man. And I was the point guard of my team. I was always the point. Of course, I had to be the point guard. They used to call me Jose Glasses Wrong, from Jose Calderon. When you earn the respect of a Filipino on the hardwood, that's when you know you made it in life. They donned me with Jose Glasses Wrong as my nickname. I was like, I'm going to be good in life. Yeah, man. I used to be a shooter, honestly. But now I'm old and fat and I can't ball anymore like that. Anyways, enough about the Filipinos. Let's see here. It's the truth, though. But anyways, going back to the Wizards, they don't have a Filipino on their roster, do they? No. Half Filipino. Let's see here. Imagine if the Suns, despite having a better record than us, finish with the 10 best odds, but move up to the top 3, and we get screwed with pick 7, but get to use our pick swap. Bruh, that is, one of the dream scenarios. We can only pick swap if we have a top 8, But yeah, in your scenario, we're pick 7. Yeah. Like I said, and somebody scorned me in the chat. It's okay. You can scorn me. I said it does improve our chances to get a higher draft pick. But now the question is, does it marginally improve it by a big margin? No. I'm going to be straightforward with y'all. But it does by a little bit. By a little bit it does. But I'll take the little bit over nothing. And I read you on the article that the Wizards actually value that pick swap highly, which is why the Wizards are not actually contacting the Knicks to try to get full protection of the first round pick next year. Because in order to do so, you have to give up the first round pick swap from the Suns next year. Let's see here. The West is so stacked. The Suns could be over 500 and still end up in the lottery. Suns not going to be over 500. No. We're not allowed to use profanity in the chat. Now you tell me. Who said that? You're in the dirty bucket chat. What's up, Lockdown Law? The West is stacked. Suns could be over. Oh, I've already read that. Yeah, the Suns lost Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal. Hate on Bradley Beal, whatever you want. Man was 17-7 last year. Oh no. Fuck. Let's see here. What is wrong with me? Okay. But yeah, man. What's your roster prediction? Sorry. What is your win record prediction? I'm saying 23 to 24. 23 to 24. We've already talked about the season schedule starting off on the road in Milwaukee. But we are at the 29-minute mark. I think I like to strive from like 30 to 35 minutes for each stream. Is that good? I feel like sometimes that's long. Honestly, I feel like sometimes that's a little bit too long. Thank you very much, Trey, for the compliment. I truly appreciate it. What if shit don't work in LA? What if shit don't work in LA and Bill wants to come back on a friendlier contract? See, I predicted in 2 weeks ago in a stream saying that what if Bill comes back when he's like 34 or 35 to try to get the all-time franchise scoring record? Because he was, I don't know if y'all remember it, but he was pressed on that when he was here. He was pressed on getting that. Now, will the Wizards want him to get that? I don't know. Lockdown Law says 25-57, go big or go home. Yeah, I said 23-24, so we're kind of in the same range. But yeah, Lockdown Law, I don't know if you saw guy here and read this, but Bleacher Report expects us to win 18 games this year, which I think is buffoonery. 18 games, replicate basically the season from last year. I don't think so. Mainly because, well, they probably are not bullish on our young players. I am. I really like our young Bucks, and I expect them to take a leap. How big of a leap? We don't know yet, but I'm thinking 23-24 games. While also being more competitive this year and not being blown out in most of these games like we were last year. Wizards will sell hard at the deadline. Yep. I mean, like I said, like if we are out, if we come guns a-blazing and we're, freaking 500 ball, even for like a week or 2 weeks, so it's like, I don't know. Best believe they're trading McCollum first. If Middleton is, staying healthy, then Middleton, those two are the main ones. Kispert, if they didn't trade him before the season started, But yeah, man. Thank you for noticing me, bro. I wish you could post every day. You really to go. Yeah, dude. No. Thank you for the kind words, man. I truly appreciate it. No, trust me. Come when the season starts, I'm gonna be posting every day. When the season starts, I'm gonna be posting every single day. Just right now, it's kind of like the dead period, and I don't want to fabricate a story. That's the last thing I want to do. I gotta do better in that aspect, though. I gotta do better because I feel like I'm waiting for a story to happen. Whereas I can make a video without fabricating. So I got to be more creative on my videos ideas, I guess. So, but I'm going to improve on that aspect. Bleacher Report is written by haters. Bleacher Report. Let's see here. Yeah, and they got Utah 66. What did they got? They got Raptors 36-46. They had the Spurs 45-37. The Kings. Where did they have the Suns, actually? Let's see. That's a good one. 29-53. They had the Suns winning 29 games. I had the Suns winning 27. I think that's a little bit too much. Yeah. And I don't want to wish no injury on anybody, but if an injury happens to Devin Booker, they're cooked. They are cooked. I mean, obviously, I'm already stating the obvious, but, 29-53. Hey, man, besides our record, the Suns is the team that I am looking out for the most. Obviously, we have the low first-round pick next year between the OKC Thunder, the Clippers, and I believe the Rockets. It's going to be the Thunder's first-round pick that we're going to get, and that's most likely going to be pick 28-30. So, I mean, that's pretty much, I'm not looking at that. Lockdown Law says this is a professional organization. They're not bringing Wall or Beal back for any reason. Yeah, I think Wall is definitely not coming back. I think that relationship is fractured with Ted Leonsis. And I am a Wall. I like Wall. I love John Wall. But it just didn't end well. I'm not going to dig in deep regarding that because y'all know what happened. But Beal, that too didn't end well. I mean, yeah, it didn't. But then again, Thomas Shepard's not here. Ted Leonsis looked like he turned a new leaf. But still, it would have to be the perfect scenario for Beal to come back. Definitely had to come back for the vet men. I just don't. I don't know. But Beal, even though ever since he left DC, he's still been, he's never said anything bad. He's still been supporting. Like, I remember last year, Yeah, it was early last year when there was rumors that they were gonna move the Wizards to Virginia. Remember that? Beal chimed in and said, "You can't do that." Like, I remember he dropped a video. He was asked that question in an interview, and he was like, "You can't do that. The Wizards are in DC. That's what they're known for." Like, I don't know. I don't know. You can tell Beal still has love for DC, even though the way things ended was not up to par. But we'll see. I also think that's kind of a low chance, but you never know. I think definitely if it's Beal or Wall, it will be Beal. I think the Wall thing's never gonna. I mean, I don't think it was ever gonna happen, even when he was in the NBA. Thoughts on the Manders? Their preseason game was awful, but they also didn't play anyone. On a side note, pay Terry. Pay Terry. I feel like I say that every stream in the Wizards stream. What's in the report saying that apparently freaking Brian Robinson is a surprise cut candidate? I don't know if y'all saw Ben Standig say that on Twitter today, but I don't think he's gonna get cut. And I'm a huge Bell fan, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, but even with that, I don't think he's gonna get cut. Let's see here. Drop the new Ken Whitmore vid you were talking about. Dan, you're keeping receipts. Hey, I appreciate that. I thought nobody caught that. I thought nobody caught that. I did say that. No, you're right. No, you're right. You're dead right. You're dead right, Trey. You are dead right. I said that, and I didn't act upon it. Shame. I'm going to drop it this week. I'm off tomorrow, and I'm off on Saturday. I'm dropping a vid tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to drop it this week. I deserve that. Austin Eckler is so injury prone too. I like C-Rod, but we'll see. Anyways, yeah, they got the tons. Anyways, let's go back here. Yeah, man. I don't know. They didn't say anything else on the Wizards channel. This is the video of so-called reactions. Wait, what? Hold on. We're going to hear this. Hold on. Don't tell me they dropped the comedy content. Here we go. Why did he slap him? Let's meet a Buddy Baker.
Think of a random team right now. Any team in the NBA, but you've got one in mind right now. You got it? San Antonio Spurs.
What the? How did you do that, bro?
What team are you imagining the Wizards play now?
The Celtics?
Like that? That kind of what you imagine?
Yo, he was wearing a Wizard shirt right here. What's up with all these mentalists now? Out of nowhere, they freaking pop out of nowhere. They're everywhere. They're all over U Street.
Imagining the Wizards play now.
The Celtics?
And why does every mentalist look like him? Low on sleep, baggy eyes.
You imagining the Wizards play now?
The Celtics?
Like that? That kind of what you imagine right there? Hey, come on! As loud as you can in your mind. Now say the whole team name. Is that the Pacers?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Oh my God.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
I saw you look into my soul. My soul will look okay.
You're good, man.
All right.
Your soul looks beautiful. Imagine.
Yeah, obviously he's saying this with, about also the Wizards team is over here releasing the schedule.
I saw you look into my soul. My soul will look okay.
You're good, man.
All right.
Yeah, your soul's healthy, dude.
Imagine that there's a bunch of player cards up in the air right here. But if you just randomly chose one and imagine putting it in your pocket, who's that player right now that we're choosing?
Bronny James.
Check your pocket.
Don't tell me Bronny James is in your pocket.
It's Bronny James Jr.
Who did you just choose?
I
LaMelo
don't
Ball.
believe this.
Check your pocket.
Oh Lord, wait. LaMelo Ball.
I've got a bunch of blank cards. Take a card and focus on whatever team you just thought of. Cool?
Okay.
What was the team that you thought of? You can tell me.
No way.
Fuck. I don't believe this. Just FYI, I don't promote this buffoonery.
No way. That's not magic. That's wizardry.
Christoph is a
Wizard, bro.
That was something else.
I even tried to switch the team in my mind before he answered.
DC above all. Go Wizards.
DC above all. What's the difference between a magician and a mentalist? You see mentalists everywhere now. Oh, for real, what's the difference between a magician and a mentalist? Aren't they the same thing? One's more sleep deprived than the other? yeah, the fuck. Yeah, hell no. There's definitely a mega church. He definitely knows those people. He added those freaking cards in their pockets. He gave it to them. But for real, what's the difference between a mentalist and a magician? When I was growing up, this dude was a magician. And now they're called mentalists. My mind's not blown, by the way. I'm not that impressed. The usage of gins. Anyways, we're at the 41-minute mark. I think I'm going to call it, y'all. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining the stream. As always, go Wizards. Go Mentalists. I keep on moving this thing. But yeah, I'm going to drop a video tomorrow. I think it's going to be on 5 bold predictions for the Wizards this upcoming year. Yeah, I'm not blown. My mind is not blown with this. I'm sorry. You easily gave these rookie cards. You gave it to them before they started filming. You told them to put it in their pocket. They're not actors. See, look at his face. You know what I mean? Come on. I feel like I know this area. Is this near Navy Yard? I think this is near Navy Yard. Well, this is definitely somewhere else. Near the monument. Anyways, enough of Christopher Fox. Look at him. The face of a mentalist. All right, man. I'm going to call it now. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much for watching the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'll see y'all tomorrow with the video, not stream. Maybe stream. I'm off tomorrow, but